Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. The first one is this story that Chris Bumstead posted earlier today. It's a very, very interesting story. It's basically a countdown. There are 4 days left before he makes a public service announcement. What could this be about? Well, he definitely left us wondering for a couple of days, guys. Soon we'll find out. But people are speculating. There is a lot of very interesting comments on different posts on Instagram. As you can see right here, for example, Fuad Abiad is saying that he's going to announce that he's doing Fuad's show, Detroit Pro. People are saying that maybe he's going to just announce a new product from his company. If that's it, that would be so lame. That would be so low. I don't think Chris will do something like that. I really doubt that. Then there is also a lot of interesting comments as well. People are saying also that maybe he's going to do the Open, like he's announcing he's doing the Legion Sports before the Mr. Olympia. There was some talk about that earlier, but I'm pretty sure what everybody is expecting him to announce is, his retirement. Basically, it will be an end of an era. And he did say multiple times, and he was very, very certain about this one thing. He said so many times that he would not do bodybuilding in his 30s. Once he turns 30, he's done. And he's turning 30 next year. And it's actually early next year, February 2nd. So basically that's in a couple of months, right? Like 4 months away. If his birthday was after the Mr. Olympia next year, then maybe we would see him on that stage. But he was very, very specific when he said at the age of 30, he retires. There is no chance of him competing in his 30s. And if he wins this year, and he's most likely going to win this year, that's going to be his 6th title. So really, what else does he have to prove? I mean, yeah, he can win 7 or 8 or like 10. But what is the point of doing that, especially now that he has a newborn child, and also with that autoimmune disease, it can flare up anytime. He was lucky enough for it not to flare up during these past couple of years when he was winning all these titles, but for how long will that stay like that? So I don't know if he should be pushing his body to the limit. His legacy at this point is insane, and he basically created the classic physique the way it is right now. He's always going to be like what Arnold is to bodybuilding. Basically, he's going to be that to the classic physique. So I think it's safe to do that, to retire. But I'm not sure if this announcement is for that. I'm pretty sure he's going to retire this year, but maybe this announcement is going to be something else. Hopefully, it's going to be him doing Bodybuilding Open. This right here is basically his most recent update. It's a training video, but his arms are looking huge, his shoulders are looking full and round, and his body fat percent is also very low right now. So I'm pretty sure if he wanted to, he could do that Legion Sports Fest in a couple of weeks without doing anything crazy, just being less conditioned than he's on the Mr. Olympia stage, just bigger and fuller. But let's be real, that's not happening. He's not gonna risk his last Mr. Olympia by doing something crazy before it. And I don't think he can win, even if he did it against Brett Wilkie and Patrick Moore and who knows who else, a lot bigger guys than him. He probably wouldn't win, so what would be the point of just, ruining his legacy like that? That's not gonna happen. That's something we all wish would happen, but that's not gonna happen, I'm pretty sure. And there's also this photo from a week ago. And here he does look like he's basically stage ready, at least for the Open. I don't know how lean his lower body is, but upper body, he is hard, he is vascular, he is full right now. So if he did an Open show, he would look amazing. It would be an awesome thing for the fans. But for his legacy, probably not the smartest thing, because I don't know if he can win. If he did an off season, if he really pushed his body to grow a little bit more, and then actually focused on prepping for an Open show, who knows? But doing it like this, just trying something out before the Mr. Olympia, it's wishful thinking, but it's not going to be the case. And I don't think he's going to, announce a new supplement line or something like that. I really don't think that's it. Everybody is expecting now for it to be a retirement announcement, and so it's going to be something big, I'm pretty sure. If it's not retirement, it's going to be something else that is, pretty big, pretty awesome. But we'll see. Whatever you guys think it is, tell me down below. Now, I said if he wins this year, That would be Chris Bumstead's 6th win. But is he for sure going to win? I mean, there is a couple of other really good guys, like for example Wesley Vissers, who just posted this comparison. Basically, photo on the left is an older photo. It's 5 weeks out of Arnold Classic, where he brought his absolute best ever, and it was like a really good package. And the photo on the right is right now, which is basically the same amount of weeks or days out of Mr. Olympia as the older photo was from the Arnold Classic. And he's actually 1.5 kilos heavier, which is like 3.5, like 4 pounds. Let's say 4 pounds heavier. He's 4 pounds heavier, and I think his conditioning right now is better. I think you can see it mainly in his legs. His legs are more separated, maybe even bigger and fuller, I don't know, but definitely more separated. And everything else is, I think, a little bit harder, a little bit leaner. And he's 4 pounds heavier. But I mean, those 4 pounds don't really mean a lot to me. Like, there are preps when you are like a lot heavier than you ever been, and you're thinking like you gained 10 pounds of muscle. But eventually, once you like strip all the fat away and you get dehydrated, in the end, you know, it turns out to be like the same weight or like a little bit more weight, but not as much as you think. So like those 4 pounds at this point, I mean, yeah, he does look leaner, and maybe sure he made progress. I'm not saying he didn't make progress, but like those 4 pounds, 3.5 pounds, they don't really mean much, right? Maybe he drank more water, ate more food, whatever. But the thing is, he is drier at heavier weight right now. And he has 5 more weeks to go, and he's already in really good condition. And his plan is, as he said, to actually get more condition for the Mr. Olympia than he was at the Arnold Classic. Now that would be really freaky. That would be really insane, because again, at the Arnold Classic, he was 101% on, if you ask me. Like, he was blasting full, and he was dry and peeled. I don't know if he can actually be any better than that, as far as conditioning, fullness, speaking, right? He can get bigger, but leaner, fuller, I don't know. I don't think so. I think he nailed it, like, on the spot. Like, it was perfect peak, that show. So if he repeats that, if you ask me, and comes in maybe like a little bit improved, maybe if he gained those 4 pounds only in his quads, or his legs overall, then, you know, I mean, that Arnold Classic was really something special. That was really amazing. And if he's better than that, even better, and let's say Chris doesn't come in 100% on, if he is like 95%, can Wesley beat him? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. But it would be definitely an amazing comparison. I can't wait to see this one. I'm really excited to see this new version of Wesley Vissers, who dominated the Arnold Classic completely, who wiped the floor with everybody else, basically. That version of Wesley Vissers versus Chris Bumstead, that would be a very interesting comparison, right? But then we also got Ramon Dino. Let's not forget about this guy. I mean, he basically was in a two-man call-out versus Chris Bumstead. And this was last year. Now, at the Arnold Classic, he did not look his best, because apparently he started prepping 6 weeks out of Arnold Classic. I don't know how true that is, but next to Wesley Vissers, he looked very underwhelming. Now he's prepping for the Mr. Olympia, and this is the guy that doesn't post any physique updates until it's showtime, and unfortunately we're not gonna get any more transparent updates than like this one in a tank top, but it's something. And now I'm looking at this photo and like, I mean, I'm thinking, is he bigger, fuller, better than he was, you know, like 5 weeks out of the Arnold Classic? I mean, I can't remember what he looked like 5 weeks out of the Arnold Classic, but if I'm comparing him to what he looked like on stage, I don't think he's like much different than any of the years before. Also, as far as I know, he was barely making weight for classic physique, so I'm not expecting like some kind of crazy version of Ramon Dino. I mean, he's looking good right now. He's already very conditioned, you can see that, like his shoulders, his arms, everything is like very hard at this point, full, and like his conditioning is good. You can see his abs as well here, so he's already in a very good condition, he has solid fullness going on, But, you know, structurally, he will never be as impressive, as freaky, let's put it that way. Freaky in a classic way, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but he doesn't have the classic factor or the freak factor that Chris Bumstead and Wesley Vissers have. Like, those guys have super wide shoulders, small waists. They have, like, freaky body parts. Like, Chris has crazy chest and also, like, crazy structure. Wesley also crazy structure, crazy biceps. So, like, they have some crazy freaky thing about their physiques. And Ramon, he's very balanced, he's very complete. He also has a freaky body part, and that's his forearms. But is that gonna help him? I think it's gonna hurt him more than help him. So, I mean, I don't really see Ramon beating Wesley this year. If Wesley brings it, if he is the way he was at the Arnold Classic, there is nobody on this earth, aside from Chris Bumstead maybe, that can beat that version of Wesley Vissers, and I don't think this guy right here can do it. I know he maybe wasn't 100% on for the Arnold Classic, but even if he's slightly more on, like 20-30% better even, I don't think it's gonna be enough. But maybe I'm mistaken. Whatever you guys are thinking, tell me down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, just give it a thumbs up, please. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to this channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye-bye.